A number of Uruguayan players, including Darwin Núñez, clashed with Colombian fans after the semifinal of Copa America on Wednesday night. Following the game at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, altercations broke out between supporters in the stands with players entering the area where their families, including children, were situated in the stadium. Liverpool forward Núñez was among those caught up in the incident, with Ronald Araujo of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid defender José María Jiménez also pictured nearby. Video footage appeared to show Colombian fans clash with Uruguay supporters and players with objects, including drinks cans, thrown. Security personnel then stepped in to intervene before the players returned to the field alongside some family members who followed. Players including Núñez were visibly shaken by the incident. He was later pictured being consoled by Liverpool teammate Luis Diaz and Uruguay's Luis Suarez on the pitch. Jiménez, who captained Uruguay in the game, later told the television broadcast that players feared for their family's safety. Colombian fans in a certain section descended on all our families, he said. They won't let us speak on the microphone. This is a disaster, our families were in danger. We had to rush into the stands to remove our loved ones with tiny newborn babies. An eyewitness spoken to by The Athletic reported isolated incidents of disorder between rival supporters during the game that were largely contained. Police officials were later shown in footage circulated of the incident involving the players. It's a total disaster. There wasn't a single police officer, Jiménez claimed. They showed up half an hour later. A disaster. And we were there, standing up for ourselves, for our loved ones. Brazil and Argentina's match in November was marred by similar crowd trouble, with players again unhappy with the policing of areas where family members were seated. Hopefully organizers take a little more precautions with our families, with the people and those around the stadiums. Because this happens every game, Jiménez continued. Our families are suffering because of some people who have a few drinks and don't know how to drink, who act like children. Hopefully, they'll take more precautions for the next game so this doesn't happen again, because this is a disaster. Uruguay lost the game 1-0 and will next play in the tournament's third-place playoff match, in the same stadium, against Canada on Saturday. Colombia will face Argentina in the final in Miami on Sunday. Suarez, who came on in the second half of the game, said, Some of the players had wives, small children, their parents, older relatives. They went to see how they were doing. Then those things started to happen, the images that you've seen. They were trying to protect their families. From what I saw, there were a lot of relatives and children affected. You're left powerless in that situation. Uruguay goalkeeper Sergio Rochet added, It was an ugly moment. It's not nice to see these problems, especially when your family is only 2 meters away. We are sad to go out of the tournament and now we have to deal with this situation. From what I saw, they started throwing things. You try to stay away from that, but when you see that it's your family, small children, it's difficult. It was obvious that it could have been avoided, Rochet continued. I think that the area where the players' families are should have been protected by some other kind of security, especially knowing that Uruguayan fans were outnumbered by Colombians. When you see your family there, all the players try to go up and get them out.